everybody, and welcome to this video. This is going to be my March favorites video, and I know last year at the end of the year I was like, oh, I want to make sure I'm like on top of my favorites videos, but honestly it's just like the months have been going by so fast. They literally just have been like flying by, and whenever I like tell myself, okay, I'm gonna do my favorites video, like I'm going to sit down and film them, I feel like half the month is already halfway over and I'm like, okay, I'll just do it next month, and then I'll just do it next month. And so I was like, this month I'm going to do my favorites videos. So if you guys are interested in seeing what products I have been loving recently, just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to start off with this, and this is C&O Bigelow Vanillamint Supreme 2x Lip Shine, and this is sold at Bath & Body Works, and they have so many different ones. I have a couple of other ones. I have like their Mentha lip shines. They have like colored ones. Whenever I go, I don't know if they don't sell it anymore, but like the original one, like none of the Bath & Body Works around me like have it in stock, and then also online it's not there, so I'm not sure, but they always have these on sale, like buy one or buy two get one free and stuff like that. So I always kind of like to stock up whenever I'm running low, when I have a sale, and I just feel like it's really moisturizing. It keeps your lips really soft and moisturized. It's basically just like a gloss, but it really moisturizes your lips, and it has a really nice like minty tingle to it too. So I have really been loving this one, the vanilla one especially. Then the next thing I have been loving is actually a new palette that I got, and I'm sure you probably are like sick of hearing about this palette, but it's just so nice. And honestly, it took me a while to kind of get on the ABH train, but once I got on it, like I never got off. And so this is their Soft Glam palette. Honestly, I have a lot of different palettes from them, but this one has definitely got to be my most favorite, just because, you know, it has those basic everyday neutrals. It has really nice like deeper colors to kind of smoke out a look. I just feel like this is a really good, beautiful like neutral palette, and honestly those are the type of shades that I go for more often than not. So I really like this palette. I feel like out of all of the palettes, if I had to choose one, like I would definitely choose this palette over all of the other ones. But you know, they're all really good. They're great quality shadows. They last for a long time. They're super pigmented, really soft and easy to blend out. And if you haven't tried an ABH eyeshadow palette, definitely try out this one. This is like by far my favorite. And then the next thing that I have is this LA Girl Pro Contour Powder in the shade Natural, and they have a couple of different like skin tone ones, like light, medium, dark, and then they had natural, and I feel like this one was the more cool tone one. That's why I got it, because I feel like I like more cool tone contours. They look more natural. This is a really natural looking contour. I don't have it on today, but if you've like seen any of my recent videos or anything, that's pretty much what I've been using all the time. So I really have been loving this contour, and it's super cheap. I got it, I think it's like $5 from, actually in my last video I used it, I believe, in my full face $10 and under. I'm pretty sure I use this powder, so you can see it in action right on there. But yeah, it's really good and really inexpensive. Such an awesome powder. The next thing I have is this Milani translucent powder in the shade Banana, and you guys have probably also saw this in my full face $10 and under video. This is a very yellow powder, like compared to the LA Girl Pro powder. So if you like more of like a faint yellow shade, like this probably isn't for you. But I like that it is so yellow, because especially when I have like foundations that just aren't the right undertone, where they're just a little too peach or a little too pink, I really like to use this because it kind of like counteracts it and kind of corrects it a little bit. So I just really like this powder. It's really nice and smooth, and it's again another one of those really good affordable drugstore setting powders. So for the past month, I've kind of been going back and forth between two different concealers. Honestly, for the longest time all I would use was the honestly for the longest time all I've been using is a Tarte Shape Tape, and recently I've just kind of rediscovered and discovered new concealers that I've really been liking, and they're drugstore, which is so awesome. So I feel like that's so awesome that you don't have to spend so much money to get really good concealers. This first one I used to like love so long ago, and for some reason I just kind of like stopped using it. I think I ran out, and then when I repurchased I got the wrong shade and just never went back to like get the right shade, so I just kind of stopped using it and forgot about it. But yeah, I just rediscovered how much I love this concealer, and this is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and I have it in the shade Fresh Beige, which I think is a really good color. I don't like it to be too light under my eyes. Like, I like it to be like a very natural highlighted look, like half a shade or a shade lighter. I don't like anything super light underneath my eyes. I'm not one for that look. So I like things that are more like closer to my skin tone, just like a shade lighter. So this is a really good shade for my skin tone, and it's just a really nice medium to full coverage concealer. I personally am not somebody that has like really bad under eyes or needs a lot of coverage under there, so I really just look for like evening out and highlighting underneath my eyes. And then the other concealer that I have been loving is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and I actually heard about this from Juicy Jazz here on YouTube. I've been like referencing her so much because I've literally like just recently discovered her and been obsessed with her videos. So like she's been really influencing a lot of purchases recently. But yeah, she raves about this product. She said it was the closest thing to like a dupe for the Shape Tape, but like a drugstore more affordable version. So immediately I had to like run out and try it out because I was like, I want to see, you know, because at that time, like I said, I've only been using Tarte Shape Tape. If I can find a less expensive alternative, like I would much prefer buying that over the Shape Tape. So I really like it. I've been really liking both of these. I don't really use them together. I feel like that would be like way too much on my eyes, but just by themselves they're really nice medium to full coverage concealers depending on how you like to use it and things like that. So these have both been very awesome favorites. Then the next thing that I have been really enjoying is the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. Honestly, I got this just kind of seeing like, yeah, let me see what it's about. Like I said, I did film a full face of NYX makeup. It isn't up yet. It should be up soon. I'm just having like, it's a long video, so it's taking a long time to edit, but it should be up shortly. And so I actually bought this because of that video, because I had a couple of things, like a couple of categories I didn't have something from NYX, or it was just like really old or like discontinued. So I wanted to kind of try some of their newer products, and I had never tried a mascara from them, and this had like just come out around that time. So this is the Worth the Hype mascara, and honestly I really like this mascara. I think it's really nice. The bristles on the brush and everything is just like super nice. It's like a nice big brush. And I find like with the first coat it really starts, like it really separates and gives your lashes length, and then when you build it up with a second coat, that's when you really start to see the volume. So you can get different looks with the same mascara, which I think is really cool depending on like how much mascara you put on. So I've really been liking it, and it's only I think like $7 or $8 from Ulta, which is awesome. The next thing I have are the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumpers. I have the shade Nude Shimmer and Champagne. Nude Shimmer has a lot of glitter in it. Like, I think it's because the base is so nude and then you have such a gold glitter that if you put it over like the wrong type of lip colors, it can almost look like metallic because there's just so many shimmers in it, like so many gold shimmers. I like to pair it with more nude and like light brown types of shades. I just feel like that's what it pairs best with, where you don't get that super like metallic-y looking lip, which I really don't like. But they also have like the shades like Champagne, which they have a little bit of glitter in it, but it's not as intense because the base color is a bit more, I feel like almost like the base color of the Nude Shimmer has shimmer in it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like this looks more like matte than this does. So I don't know what the difference is, but all I know is this one can kind of be paired with like any kind of lip gloss. Like the shimmers don't stand out as much as where this gold shimmers and this one stand out like a lot. So I have very specific looks that I use this with, and then I kind of use this one with anything. I really like the formula. It's really smooth, really hydrating. It has that nice like minty feel. I don't know if it actually plumps my lips. I can't really attest to that. I don't really use it for that feature. I just really like it as like a lip gloss, and I'm wearing Champagne right now over top of like a pinky nude. Yeah. The next things that I have been loving are two different highlighting palettes. I kind of go back and forth and all around with these palettes. They're just really good, inexpensive palettes that I have been loving. So the first palette is the Milani Rose Glow Stellar Lights like highlighting palette, and this just has such beautiful shades. It has like a really nice like kind of rosy shade, a gold shade, and a white shade, honestly, or like a pearl shade. The pearl shade is a little bit too light for my skin tone. Like even I'll sometimes use it very, very lightly right here just to kind of like make it pop a little bit more, but that's like the most I'll go with it, or I'll use it on the inner corner. But as like a full-on highlight, it's just too pale for my skin tone. But they're all beautiful shades. They're really nice and smooth highlighters. They don't accentuate any texture too bad. They just kind of like smooth on really nicely and give you a really nice glow. So I really have been loving this trio. Then the next highlighter palette that I've been loving is the Makeup Revolution and Sophx highlighting palette, and this one is a little bit more expensive than that Milani one, but you do have more shades and more variety with it. But it's still affordable. Like it's only $15, right? I think as the Milani trio was like maybe 10 or 11, so it's not that big of a difference. But honestly, I really like these both so much. I really like the Sophx one. It has some really beautiful shades. It has some kind of like out there shades, like this purple one I honestly don't see myself using too often, but I mean, it's always cool to have something in your collection. Maybe one day, you know, I'll use it. I'll venture out and do like a makeup look with it. But there's just so many beautiful shades in here, different textures, different things. So even these ones right here that look like they would be like insanely like too crazy are really good highlights. Like this one is actually my favorite highlight, which when I first saw it, I was like, oh wow, that looks intense, but it's really nice. You can really like kind of go light with it and get a natural highlight, or you can really pack it on and get like a in your face highlight. So it's honestly up to you and your preference, and this does a really good job of highlighting. And then the last things that I'm gonna mention are these Impress press-on manicure nails. Honestly guys, I literally have so many. Like I am so obsessed with these, I can't even tell you. The first time that I used them, I was actually for my brother's baby shower, and I was rushing and I didn't have time. Before this, I had really been like just kind of doing my own gel nails at home, and I was just rushing. I didn't have time to do my nails, and I was like, oh, like let me just go get those like glue-on nails, because I used to use those when I was younger, and I was like, you know, like let me just go get a pack of those. Like I'm desperate, you know, I can't go with ratchet looking nails. So I went to go get the glue-on nails, but then I saw these and I was like, oh, like they had some really cute designs, and so I was like, ooh, let me try these out. I've never tried them before, and literally since then I have been obsessed with these nails. They have so many different designs, different colors, different styles. They're just so good, and they're only like $6 at Walmart. So you're literally getting such a beautiful like manicure for $6. Like I'm wearing them right now. It looks so good. It looks so good. I've gotten so many compliments on it. People are like, oh my gosh, I love your nails. I'm like, girl, they're $6 press-ons. Like what? Like I've literally got so many different compliments, and I just love these nails. They're so convenient, so easy, and so inexpensive, and they also don't damage your nails, which is like awesome, because I love the look of nice, beautiful manicured long nails, but like, oh, getting acrylics all the time just damaged my nails. And so I was taking a break, and this is just a really nice way to kind of still get the same feel without the damage. So I don't know, I just really like these press-on nails. They're really, really good, and honestly I just like can't say enough good things. What else is there to say? So those are all of the beauty and makeup related products that I have been loving this month. I guess for TV show favorites, I don't know. I haven't, like, really, honestly, the only time I'm really watching TV is I'm like catching up on The Real or Wendy Williams, which I know, don't judge me, but I just love those shows. They're like just really, those are the only talk shows that I really watch. You know, I have a couple of sitcoms here and there that I'll watch and stuff, and I'll catch up randomly, but I can't think of a show that stands out where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to watch the next episode. I have to watch the next episode. I don't know. I'm gonna have to skip on that, unfortunately. One thing I will say, like my magic moment of March, was my niece was born on March 28th. I'm so excited. I have a new baby niece, and I'm literally obsessed with her. She's the cutest thing ever. Like, oh my gosh. I had crazy baby fever Honestly, I still do low-key like have baby fever, but I know I am not ready to have no kids anytime soon. So this, I've literally for the longest time been like, oh my god, I just really want somebody so close to me, like have a baby so I can play with it all the time. Because I know people that have babies, but like I'll rarely see them. I'm like, I want a baby I can play with like whenever, wherever, like oh my goodness. So I'm just so excited that my brother had his first child and she's a beautiful baby girl, super healthy and super cute, and I'm just so obsessed. So that was like the magical moment of March, and yeah, I'm so excited. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to music and finish this thing up, okay? So honestly, the only music that really stands out to me for this past month, because that's another thing, was the Kehlani and Demi Lovato concert. Honestly, like my niece coming kind of like overshadowed that. I feel like I completely forgot about the concert because like my life has been like centered around my niece ever since then. But I did go to the Demi Lovato concert. She came here to DC, and I was her, Kehlani, and DJ Khaled, and it was such a good show, really awesome. I honestly was like, I was not expecting DJ Khaled to be as good as he was. I was like, what is he gonna do? Like, I didn't understand like how he was gonna perform, but it was just like he was honestly like the most hype. Like he got everybody so hyped. Like he was so good, and so the whole night was a good experience. And me and my boyfriend went. He actually got me the tickets for Christmas, and halfway through, actually I went up, like between DJ Khaled and Demi Lovato, we went up to meet my coworker because she like won tickets to the concert on the radio, and so I was like, oh my god, we're gonna meet up. And on our way back down, we got stopped by like this lady that worked there. She was like, do you guys want floor seats? And I was like, you're lying, like you're lying. But no, she gave us floor seats. So literally for Demi Lovato's portion of the concert, we were on the floor, and I was just like, oh my god. It was amazing. So yeah, so most of the month I was kind of like, I had a playlist of all the songs that her and Kehlani were gonna sing, even though I already knew them, but I just like wanted to get myself like in the zone. So I was honestly listening to that playlist for like the past 2 months, just kind of getting ready for the concert, like hyping myself up. So I was honestly listening to that playlist so much, but also I did discover XXXTentacion also this month, and I've just really been liking his music. I was listening to the A+ hip hop playlist on Apple Music, and his song Sad is on there, and I fell in love with that song. Like, oh my gosh, that song is like so good. And so I wanted to check out his other music, and he has some other really good songs also. So he's really gonna be like my music favorites of March. It's just like him, and I'll kind of show you and highlight my favorite songs off of his album. So the first one would be Moonlight. I really like that song. Look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so bad, man. Spotlight, moonlight. Nigga, why you tripping? Get your mood right. Look good in the moonlight. Then obviously Sad, like I said, is like my favorite song by him. I really like it. I can literally listen to it over and over and over again, and it's still just amazing. I love it. Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. You are someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you ever gonna let me know, yeah. Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I gave her everything. She took my heart and left me lonely. Oh, I really like Remedy for a Broken Heart also. It's like a little slower. I shot it through the line through the grapevine. I shot it through the line through the grapevine. It's a little bit of weed with a little bit of cash, with a little bit of this, with a little bit of that. We gon' be all, we gon' be all, we gon' be all, we gon' be all. It's a little bit of weed with a little bit of cash, with a little bit of this, with a little bit of that. We gon' be all, we gon' be all. That one's like more like a calming kind of song. I don't know, for me at least. And then the last one, which I think the title is so relatable, it might be like a more personal thing for me, just because I know I look really Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish. Actually, I'm only half Spanish. But I will tell you, I will sing a Spanish song. I will be like, you know what I mean? Like I will sing you like a full ass song in Spanish, and I don't even speak the language. So I think that's so funny that this song is called like I don't even speak Spanish LOL, and he's like mad, like sitting there singing in Spanish. I'm like, relatable. Anyway, so this song is literally called I Don't Even Speak Spanish, LOL. But yeah, those are like my favorite songs off the album. He has a very like eclectic mix of songs. Like there are some that are like super like heavy like rock songs. It kind of reminds me of like Simple Plan, which like that phase of my life is like over, so I really don't really like those songs too much. But he also has like more like that Spanish style songs. He has like, I don't know, just such an eclectic taste of different types of songs and styles. So even if you don't personally like those songs, still check out his album because there might be other types of songs that he likes. It's like very, like I said, very eclectic. So yeah, I've really been liking him, and the album is called question mark. Being good question. It's literally just a question mark. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this videos. Let me know down below what your favorites were for this month. If we have any of the same favorites or if you have a different favorite, let me know down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.